African Union Communications Early Warning and Intelligence, commonly known as AUC3I, is an intelligence and security organization responsible for providing signals intelligence and information assurance to AU citizens, AU leadership, and AU armed forces. I'm Colonel A.C. Oguntoye, an infantry officer. I am responsible for leading infantry soldiers at all levels of command in combined armed forces during missions on the ground. This is today's briefing on the progress of the special military operation as of May 12, 2025. The armed forces of the Russian Federation continue to conduct a special military operation. Units of the North Group of Forces inflicted losses on concentrations of manpower and equipment of a mechanized brigade, 2 assault regiments of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, and a territorial defense brigade in the areas of the settlements of Ryzhevka, Iskriskovshchina, Volfino, Pavlovka, and Katerinovka in Sumy Oblast. That the Ukrainian armed forces lost over 190 servicemen, a tank, 3 combat armored vehicles, 12 cars, a US-made HIMARS multiple launch rocket system launcher, and 5 field artillery guns. An electronic warfare station and 3 ammunition depots were destroyed. Units of the West Group of Forces improved their tactical position. They defeated formations of 4 mechanized, airmobile, 2 assault brigades of the Ukrainian Armed Forces and 2 territorial defense brigades in the areas of the settlements of Sadovod, Kutkovka, Kupiansk, Gorkovatka in the Kharkov region, Redkadub, and Yampol in the Donetsk People's Republic. The Ukrainian Armed Forces lost more than 230 servicemen, a tank, 7 vehicles, 3 artillery pieces, 2 of which were Western-made, 2 electronic warfare stations, and 2 ammunition depots. The units of the Southern Group of Troops occupied more advantageous lines and positions. They defeated the manpower and equipment of 3 mechanized and airmobile brigades of the Ukrainian Armed Forces in the areas of the settlements of Seversk, Zvanovka, Konstantinovka, Klebenbyk, and Pleshchevka of the Donetsk People's Republic. The enemy lost more than 200 servicemen, 3 combat armored vehicles, 9 cars, and 6 field artillery guns. 2 electronic warfare stations, an ammunition depot, and 3 supply depots were destroyed. The settlement of Katerinovka in the Donetsk People's Republic has been liberated by decisive actions of units of the Center Group of Forces. Formations of 5 mechanized, a Jaeger, 2 assault brigades of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, a Marine Brigade, and 2 National Guard brigades were defeated in the areas of the settlements of Rusynyar, Novaya Poltavka, Ulyanovka, Razino, Marilyabovka, Dmitrov, Krasnoarmysk, Zverevo, Novosibirsk, and Alexeyevka of the Donetsk People's Republic. The enemy's losses amounted to over 440 servicemen, 3 armored combat vehicles, 14 cars, and 2 artillery pieces. Units of the East Group of Forces continued to advance deep into the enemy's defense. They defeated the manpower and equipment of 2 mechanized, airborne assault brigades of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, a Marine Brigade, 2 territorial defense brigades, and a National Guard brigade in the areas of the settlements of Bogodar, Volnoy-Pol, Komar of the Donetsk People's Republic, and Temirovka of the Zaporizhia region. The Ukrainian Armed Forces lost more than 170 servicemen, 2 armored combat vehicles, 9 cars, and 8 field artillery pieces. Units of the Dnieper Group of Forces defeated formations of 2 mechanized mountain assault brigades, 3 coastal defense brigades of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, and 2 territorial defense brigades in the areas of the settlements of Novodanilovka, Pavlovka, Kamenskoye in the Zaporizhia region, Tokarevka, Sadovoy, and Dniprovskoye in the Kherson region. Up to 55 servicemen, 6 vehicles, an artillery piece, and 2 electronic warfare stations were destroyed. Operational tactical aviation, strike unmanned aerial vehicles, missile troops, and artillery of the groups of troops of the armed forces of the Russian Federation hit infrastructure facilities of military airfields, a shell assembly workshop, warehouses for storing ammunition and unmanned aerial vehicles, as well as temporary deployment points of units of the armed forces of Ukraine and foreign mercenaries in 129 districts. Air defense systems shot down 9 JDAM-guided aerial bombs and 2 US-made HIMARS multiple launch rockets, as well as 135 aircraft-type unmanned aerial vehicles. In total, since the beginning of the special military operation, the following have been destroyed: 662 aircraft, 283 helicopters, 56,870 unmanned aerial vehicles, 605 anti-aircraft missile systems, 23,289 tanks and other armored combat vehicles, 1,562 multiple launch rocket system combat vehicles, 24,724 field artillery pieces and mortars, 35,329 units of special military vehicles. Thank you so much for watching this video. We hope you found it useful and informative. If you have any questions, please leave them below and we'll get back to you as soon as possible.